Well, I'm back, boys. I told you I would let you know how things turn out on this thing and show you a finished product. Bottom line is, got this thing back together, as you can tell. Here, let me try to show you. My previous video, I showed you one of these things all torn apart. Changed out the water pump. My goodness, you can't tell jack. It's so far in there. Shoot. Well, it is what it is, guys. Anyways, here's my car. I freaking love this thing. I don't know what's about this car. It looks classic. Them bug eyes, they used to bug me. Now I very much like them. They look classic. You know, it looks presentable. It looks respectful. And dude, this thing's just so much fun. I can't be happier with it. I'd go on forums sometimes and read. You know, some guys glorify their cars. I'll be honest with you. There's some things that I don't like, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. You know. Checking out my reservoir tanks, half full. This thing, or excuse me, guys on forums. You know, some guys bash on them. Some guys are happy with them. I'll tell you, I couldn't be happier with it. Give you a little tour, a little walk around, and fill you guys in. What is it like owning a car with 110+ thousand on it? Is it worth it? Is it a headache? Is it all that nonsense that people talk about? You know, keep in mind I've bought this car with 60 or 62,000 miles on it. There's some variation there. I think it was advertised with 60 when I went to pick it up at 62, something like that. But nowhere here or there. You know, nearly half its mileage was put on me, or put on by me, and I couldn't be happier with it. You know, give you a little rundown of all my mods so you guys know what's going on. 77mm. Obviously, I got the pulleys, the wrap. Excuse me. The wrap right there. What else do I have? Secondary cooler. Guys, this is for the guys that like to go the extra mile. This is for the guys that just like to up one on the, not someone, up one on the cooling. Like, I'm a big cooling guy. I'm big on not maxing things out. So if a transmission is rated for 900, I usually don't push it past 750. You know, 800, I'm cringing. You know, it's limited 900, buddy. You know, push 900. No, I don't like that. I like to keep my capacity. So when I put on that 77mm pulling, they told me all I need is one of them coolers bigger. Shoot. Anyway, that's a bigger cooler. I don't know if you guys could see. You can sort of see. Anyways, that's not a stock one. It's an upgraded, bigger one. You know, it's a great cooler, but it didn't do the trick for me. So I ended up putting this on, hoping that it would help me. It did help me, but minimally, guys. It helps for recovery. It's definitely worth it if you want things done right. But as I was saying, that 77mm pulley for around Washington just heats up this thing. On top end, I'm pulling in 130s, 140s. And I'm pulling timing pretty badly. So I was hoping this would knock it down and, you know, knock off at least 20 degrees on top end. But all this thing did is expedite my cooling off, which I wasn't too concerned about that. So those top ends, you know, IATs, intake air temperatures. That's what I was after. I did not achieve a whole lot on top end with this. If you guys are trying to figure out is this going to help you with top end, it gives you more of a steady. So let me put in perspective. 50-60 degree outside ambient temperature, and you're doing like your first, second pull, this will top it out at 130. And about, you know, third, fourth pull, you're going to 140. So did it help? Yes, it helped recovery, and it helped stabilize the high end temps under full throttle. So that's what this is. For some darn reason, there ain't jack info on these guys, and that's what it does. This is the hose. 3/4 inch hose. Good hose. Well, yeah, it's 3/4 inch, if I remember right. Even says on it somewhere. I mean, it's a fatty guy. Put it in perspective of a thumb, you know. Big old thumb right there. It's a nice fatty hose. What I ended up doing is on this line right here. Well, let me show you guys. So this line goes in all the way down. This is an OEM piece. It goes all the way down, and on the bottom of it, if you pull off the plastic panels underneath, on the bottom portion of it, there's going to be like a 90, a sharp 90, and it's going to go in right there. It's cut off, and I teed in a I think these are 5/8 from, yeah, I believe these hoses are 5/8. Now I went to 3/4. From that point on, it's you know, a coupler to 3/4. So you got 3/4 coming up here, and you got 3/4 shoot, what did I do? Oh, this line goes into a T, where like a barb fitting. One side is 5/8 and the other side is 3/4, and the 3/4 up into this. So imagine this goes all the way down. You got a T, up 3/4 and over 3/4, and this is your over 3/4. So it continues to flow through there, up over here, goes through this radiator, goes down here, loops around, and through the bottom. So to put it in an elevation perspective, sorry guys, my recording sucks. Comes out of here, and it goes like this, but backwards, okay? So it goes about this high, right under the radiator. I zip tied it with a couple of zip ties so it doesn't go too far out. It's by the oil cooler lines, these guys, on the bottom. And it comes into the pump right here, the upper hose. Comes into the upper hose, and then the bottom hose feeds the pump. If you could see it in there, it's right there. You can see it. Those are the screw off of the pump. So feeds the pump, and then the pump pushes back up here. So from the pump up, I just have OEM hoses, guys. Don't judge me on this. It doesn't make a lot of logical sense, but to me it makes the sense, and going the extra mile, making sure this thing's well done. Now, as far as my alternator, this thing will blow an alternator once a year. This is the only thing that I have on this car where it just gets me ticking. So what I did is I went out and got me a little bit single layered, okay? There's nothing, not double layered, nothing. If anything, there's a little crack here. Guys, this makes a world of difference. When this engine is full operating temp, I can put my hand like right there, and it won't burn me. I mean, as long as I haven't touched it. But it's a world of difference. You know, the heat that it has without that wrap and the heat that it has with the wrap. So I think that should prolong the life of my alternator. I made a mistake. I went to the AutoZone and got me my alternator, and they just keep warranty them out. You know, lifetime warranty is horse crap. Should have went to the dealer or fixed my own alternator. It probably was a regulator. That's all it was. But anyways, that's one little thing that I have with this car. Otherwise, as far as ownership, I can't complain, guys. Two things: fuel tank, and that was a warranty thing recently, and they dropped a fuel tank for me in the pumps, and they took care of that. And torque converter bushing went to crap on me. Supposedly you can't do 360 burnouts or whatever they said. The dealership laughed at me when I came in. I showed them the bushing. He's like, let me guess, you did some 360 burnouts. I'm like, yep. He's like, yeah, they go out. Something about just oil flying off some gears and lubing that thing, where the newer one, the new oil pump, directly has oil always shooting on that bearing. So whatever, no more 360s for me with this car. That's the only thing that this thing has ever got me on. Let's say, now from here on, let's talk about things that I've changed out on the car, like motor mounts. You know, one motor mount was changed right before I bought it, and the second one I changed probably 15,000 after. This car is a torque monster. You can't blame the motor mounts on that. You can't blame the car. You guys gotta be logical and ethical about it. You know, high torque, high stress. Motor mounts, I changed them out, and when I was doing that motor mount, I did the transmission mount. Nothing was wrong with it. Just me. I've done the rear diff, guys. 100% my fault. I ended up dropping the car off a jack stand, and that's a silly story. So this side had a spare on it, and I was working on that side, and I just had that side lifted with the OEM jack. Well, sure as hell, it just started sliding on the pavement in my shop, which is really smooth, and I ended up falling off the jack. So because of the cooler, because of the fin coolers, let me try to take a look at it. You could see them right there between the pipes, the fin thing. I don't know if you guys are very familiar with tapered bearings. Once you hit it, you knock the oil out of it. It's good as dry. And so by the time I made it to the main road, I I ruined the bearings. That's my story, and that's my fault. I screwed up on that. From now on, I take it. Not I take it. I'm a lot more careful. Anywho, so that's all that I've done to this car as far as changing things out. Besides, not besides. I did a video just now that I included the water pump. Changed the water pump, changed the radiator. I think I did a couple of hoses. Took care of this. I mean, it's a clean car, guys. For the mileage that it has, I'll drive it every day and any day I can. I mean, that's just little things. You know, it's OEM, hasn't been wrecked. Like you see these holes here, it's because I pulled off the bracket to put this on, you know. It's all OEM, nothing's been torn to crap. The bumper is OEM, but it's been replaced or repaired. You can see little paint chipping. My wife sort of jumped the curb and stressed out the repair spot. Let me show you the mileage. 112,000. I drive the piss out of this thing. I don't know what you all saying, mileage and all this horse crap. I don't care, guys. I buy a car, I drive the piss out of it, and I enjoy it. That's why I buy it, okay? Once I get over this high horsepower crap, I'm going to own a Lexus. Nice, comfortable. I don't know if I'll ever own a Lexus. I don't know if I'll ever grow out of it, because most guys, I end up drag racing and having fun. They're older gentlemen, you know, romping the piss out of their cars. So I feel like once you're in it, you're in it for good. Like, I'm a real gearhead, and I like wrenching on my stuff. So anyhow, so that's what that is all about, you know. Couldn't be more happier. I know I'm like glorifying this car. No, it's just I bought this car for $22,000. Shoot, 5-6 years ago, and been driving the piss out of it and seeing what my buddies have with their high horsepower car and what kind of stress and what kind of discomfort they go through. I'm perfectly happy with this. I will make a video of my newly ordered car and how much headache I'm going through and how horrible the dealership's treating me. I ordered me a 2018 E63S. Well, in America they're all S. Absolutely phenomenal, you know, spec. I spec'd it out the way I like it. If I'm going to order something, I'm going to order something. If I wanted the, you know, bottom of the barrel nonsense car, I'd go pick one up from the lot. I've checked one out in person in Seattle. I didn't take it for a test drive, but those little things, they really add up. You know, you got your Bowmaster, whatever, the speaker system. You know, I got the upgraded ones where you got tweeters. It's just little things, you know. I absolutely love my build. I mean, on paper it looks good. Once it comes in, we'll take it out. But let me wrap it up with this E63. I ordered it in September of last year. September 2017, I ordered this car. I still haven't seen it. 3 weeks ago, I talked to the guy that ordered the car. He's telling me end of August. Today I called in, he's telling me middle of May, so whatever, I'll leave this for another time, but dude, these guys are something. Whatever, I'll just leave that story alone. Back to my E55. You know, this thing is in really good shape. Well, I mean, you could see, you know, this is perfectly normal. Guys, I couldn't be happier with this. You know, bang for the buck, you just can't ask for more. Why are the backlights not working? Okay, there we go. Usually there's car seats in here. I just came from a little cruise out to Missouri, and boy, did I give them boys a run for their money. I mean, I didn't expect to win any races, but man, this thing really put some guys on their feet. Like, oh crap. That guy was freaking out. He's new to this whole car scene. He has an E63, like a 2014 tuned, and he's pushing 700 horse and all. Just knuckles, but he had a heavy passenger with him, like a 250, 270 weight passenger, and I was pulling on this guy. I was by myself, and he's like, dude, what the frick's going on? I'm like, yo, I always told you, weight really matters. Check this out. So I had the guy sit with me, and you know, that guy's, my buddy's passenger sat with me, and then my buddy started pulling on me, started feeling good. But anyways, man, I was even surprised the way this thing held its own. But yeah, that's that. And the moral of the story is, you know, if you know your basics of mechanics, you don't have to be a Mercedes certified genius, okay? Just if you know your basics, do your oil changes. If you could do your own oil change and your own brake pads, you could easily afford one of these without paying a fortune for it. There are times where it gets spendy. Shoot, what was the incident I had? Oh, the front airbags. the suspension airbag. Y'all know that this thing has an air suspension, so it's gonna go south on you. So the fronts are both changed out. The rears are still OEM, and sooner or later, if they fail or not, don't matter. I'll get around to it and drop the rear airbags. But yeah, just that's that. You know, y'all quit yapping. And that's it for me, guys. Y'all have a mighty fine day and behave, and I'll do a little review on my tires. What are these? Those trip weights. There you go. Look at that. All right, boys. God bless y'all. Bye.